All right, this weekend, the greatest fight promotion on planet Earth, the UFC, heads back to my hometown. That is correct, Manchester, England, for UFC 304 at the top of the bill. Leon Edwards defending once again against Belal Muhammad in an anticipated rematch. We got another rematch. Tom Aspinall, the interim heavyweight champ, going up again against Curtis Blaydes. And then, of course, not Bobby Green, King Green going up against Paddy Pimblett, Mokaev putting the undefeated record at risk against Manel, Kape, and Arnold Allen taking on Georgia's Giga Chikadze. So, I'm going to break down these fights and I'm going to tell you what these guys have got to be careful of and how they may win or lose the fight. So, Leon Edwards versus Belal Muhammad. This is a rematch. In the first fight, Leon Edwards, he was all over him. The striking was pinpoint, it was accurate, and it was deadly. One of the only knocks on Leon Edwards is that perhaps he doesn't have the biggest power. I tell you what, say that to Kamaru Usman, he might disagree. Say that to Belal Muhammad, he'll probably disagree as well. In that first round, he was piecing him up. He looked good, he looked smooth, he looked quick, he looked slick. And Belal Muhammad suffered a very nasty eye poke in round 2. And that was it. Now, since then, Belal Muhammad has been on a tear, defeating 5 top of the food chain opponents: Gilbert Burns, Sean Brady, Vicente Luque, Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, and the grappling phenom, Damian Maia. And he's improved. He's got good. Sean Brady, that was his last knockout, and it was a phenomenal performance in Abu Dhabi. So how does he win this fight? Well, listen, first of all, he's got to take him down. It's as simple as that. If he stays on the feet, Leon's too quick. He's too slick. So Belal is going to push the pace early. He's going to use the striking to set up the takedown. If he just tries to shoot, if he just tries to clinch, he's going to get kneed, elbowed, jabbed, and kicked into oblivion. But every fight starts on the feet. So he's got to swing. He's got to use a lot of feints, try and drag an attack out of Leon Edwards, and then explode. Run forward with a flurry of punches, back him up against the fence to get the clinch. And then from there, it's chain wrestling. Singles, doubles, body locks, high crotch, you name it, he's got to go for it all. The problem is that Leon Edwards is so well versed in all of these areas. When you look at Leon Edwards, you got to remember, he has been training for this exact specific type of fight for the last 2 years. Last time out, Colby Covington, what's he want to do? Take him down. Kamaru Usman before that, he wants to take him down. Before that, Kamaru, again, that's when he became the champion. Of course, he was getting taken down. He was getting manhandled. He was getting mauled until wraps the shin around the chin and puts him to sleep in round 5. Before that, Nate Diaz, he put on a kickboxing clinic. He did get rocked in round 5. So we got to remember, the man's human. He can be hurt. And Belal Muhammad's a big, strong guy. Belal's improved. He's got to push a pace, but he's got to get it to the ground. It's as simple as that. He can't rush it, but he's got to take risks, okay? He's going to use a lot of feints, draw out an attack from Leon. And then, as Leon, for example, as he brings a jab back, that's when Belal's going to swarm forward, throwing a couple of shots and get the clinch scenario. And then from there, it's takedown defense versus wrestling offense. Who's the better man, all right? Time will tell. All right, UFC 304 is this weekend, and top combat sports bettor Bardia Helmy, he is an analyst with an all-time 70% strike rate, publicly tracked over 6 years, and he knows how to pick winners. If you want to bet on fights and you're looking for help picking winners, then visit premierfightpicks.com. With Edwards versus Muhammad 2 coming up on a stacked card this weekend and 2 more events scheduled next month, now is the perfect time to sign up. Bardia is offering weekly, monthly, and yearly subscriptions to get you in on the best MMA bets, quick picks, and analysis. There are currently 5 bets posted for UFC 304, including a parlay, an underdog, and a max play on a highly anticipated main event. In addition, there's already a future bet posted on next month's UFC Fight Night, Sandhagen versus Nurmagomedov. So sign up now to view all of this content and more. Lastly, follow Bardia on Instagram at Premier Fight Picks and on X, PFP Handicapping, for access to free bets, analysis, and fight breakdowns. All right, before that, Tom Aspinall puts the interim strap on the line. And by the way, people have defended the interim title before. There's been a number of interim title defenses before you all start.
The interim UFC heavyweight champion!
Now, his one loss in the UFC is to Curtis Blaydes. 15 seconds into the fight, he blew his leg out. So you can't look too much into that fight. However, in those 15 seconds, Curtis Blaydes was pressing the action. He was backing Tom up. He was throwing shots. He was being aggressive. and putting Tom on the back foot, trying to work him towards the fence. You got to think that was to take down Tom, okay? Tom's a big guy. He's a strong guy. He's an athletic and agile guy. And he can wrestle. He's a very, very good grappler. But in the UFC, we've never seen him put it on his back. And I'm very curious to see how he deals with that. Now, Tom Aspinall has been teaching jiu-jitsu since he was a young man.
I've just won the BJJ British Open, and I've also won the no-gi grappling British Open.
So I'm assuming off his back, he's very competent. However, we're yet to see it, and we're yet to see how he reacts to somebody with the pressure of a Curtis Blaydes. Curtis Blaydes also is big and agile, very, very strong, and he has the most takedowns in the heavyweight division. I said that to Tom, and he was very quick to point out, hold on a minute, but Curtis Blaydes was also taken down more times in one round, more than any other heavyweight, taken down 9 times when he fought Jailton Almeida. Granted, round 2, Curtis got the knockout. So, Tom, if he keeps this fight on the feet, I do believe he's quicker. Speed kills. It is such a great asset to have. Tom's very fast and he's very, very powerful. Just ask Sergey Pavlovich. Just ask Marcin Tybura. When he hit that 1-2, sent him flying across the octagon. Curtis Blaydes, he's got to look for the ground and pound. He's got to take him down, okay? On the feet, I believe, is a little outmatched. But if Curtis lands, he's got massive power. So Tom's got to respect the threat on the feet. But essentially, to break it down to its most simplistic form, Curtis has got to wrestle. Tom has got to keep the fight on the feet. And use the cage, use the feet, use the agility, use the speed, and use the reach. Now, before that, King Green, taking on Paddy Pimblett. This is an important one for Paddy Pimblett. He's had a slow roll in the UFC. He's had a gradual rise in terms of competition. But now, this is it. Sink or swim in terms of a ranking in the lightweight division. The toughest division in all of combat sports. Paddy said he's going to be a champion. Said he can beat everybody. Said everyone's been calling me out. Okay? And that's true. They do call him out because they think he's an easy fight. The reality is, Paddy's not an easy fight for anybody. He's got very good jiu-jitsu. He always comes in tremendous shape. Never gets out of breath. And he's not bad on the feet. 6 knockouts, 9 submissions. But that's his best chance of victory here. He's got to get King Green down to the ground. Bobby Green on the feet is so quick. He's so slick, and I love watching him compete. He's so confident. He shit talks his opponent, walks him down, hands low, very, very fast head movement, beautiful takedown defense, and a tremendous amount of experience. On the feet, it's going to be tough for Paddy. It's going to be really tough. Paddy loops his shots a little bit. Bobby throws straight. The straight shot, as the crow flies, always beats the looping shots. So Paddy's got to change up that style there. Now, of course, kicks. Neither man are the biggest kickers. However, they might sprinkle in a couple of knees and kicks and elbows here and there. But on the feet, Bobby Green's got a big advantage in terms of the speed, the shots that he throws. And when it comes to takedown defense, the man's been wrestling for a very, very long time. He's not an easy man to take down. However, as I always say, the best takedown in the game is a left hook. If Paddy can land a couple of shots, wobble him, get a body lock, drag him down to the ground, well, then we're in the world of Paddy Pimblett. But essentially on the feet, Bobby's much quicker, he's slicker, and he's going to have a big advantage. But time will tell. We don't know how that one's going to go down. Muhammad Mokaev, undefeated, 12-0, 23 years old. Unbelievable what this young man is achieving. Came from Dagestan as an immigrant. It's a very, very inspirational story. And there's no quitting this man. Remember, he was on the verge of being knee-barred. He had to almost have surgery on his leg, but he refused to tap. And that is the iron will that this man has. Now he's taking on Manel Kape. Manel Kape is one of the best fighters in the flyweight division. He's very, very exciting. He's got excellent striking. He's got a well-rounded game, but he's more of a striker. And Muhammad, without question, is a wrestler. He's a Dagestani, let's be honest. Now, Manel Kape's on a 4-fight win streak, okay? And his attitude, I love it, okay? I love Muhammad Mokaev. He's a cheeky little kid, right? I love talking to him. He's got great energy. Manel Kape, on the flip side, there's a nastiness to this man. Remember, when Sean Strickland fought Israel Adesanya, Manel Kape was trying to get at Israel Adesanya. He does not give a damn.
Sit the f*** down. Sit the fuck down, you.
He loves a street fight, and he'll throw down anywhere, anytime, anyone. Cliched expression, but it's true. And when Muhammad Mokaev and Manel Kape came face-to-face at the Apex, when Muhammad Mokaev last fought, apparently, word on the street is that Manel Kape went for him, attacked him, and caused a little cut on his forehead. So there's a bit of beef. There's a bit of bad blood. And I tell you what, I'm very much looking forward to this one. And then, of course, opening up the main card, Arnold Almighty Allen going up against Giga Chikadze. Arnold Allen, you got to feel for this guy. He was on an 11-fight win streak, and then he runs into Max Holloway. Had he beaten him, he would have fought for the belt. But he didn't. He went 5 rounds, he gave a good account of himself, but he lost out to the boxing skill and the general experience of Max Blessed Holloway. Okay? Then he went up against Movsar Evloev, an undefeated fighter, a guy that's a potential future champion. Nobody wants to fight him. Arnold Allen stepped up, didn't get the job done, but it was a really, really close fight. Giga Chikadze, this man's nasty. I love watching him throw strikes. He's one of the best kickboxers in the featherweight division. He had a tremendous career as a kickboxer, known for the Giga kick, the liver kick. You got to keep an eye on this man's legs, okay? He's quick, he's very mean, and he's coming to take Arnold Allen's head off. I was talking to him on my podcast. I said, Arnold Allen's a really nice guy. He said, I don't care. I don't care if he's a nice guy. That doesn't matter. I'm going to take his head off. He doesn't speak like that, but whatever. There's my Georgian accent. Now, this fight's going to be a great way to start the main card. Arnold Allen's smooth on the feet, but Giga Chikadze with the kicks, they're longer. You can kick someone at a range where they can't reach you with the punches, and his kicks are so quick. He throws them out there like jabs. So in this one, be prepared for Arnold Allen to use the well-rounded skills that he has, okay? The man can wrestle. He trains with Faraz Zahabi, one of the best minds in all of the sport, and the coach of my old friend, the one and only George St. Pierre.
Are you intoxicated?
But it's going to be a great way to start the card. The main card starts at 11 p.m. It ends at 6 a.m. But let me tell you, having been there myself, having been through that, the energy and the passion from the fans, it's going to be there the entire night. And when Arnold Allen and Giga Chikadze throw down, I'll tell you what, they're going to take the roof off the building. I'm about to head to the airport right now. I'm filming this on Sunday. I can't wait for this fight card. It's going to be amazing to be back in Manchester. If you see me walking around, come over, say hello, get a picture, whatever the case may be. Can't wait to be back, and I can't wait to be in the building for UFC 304. This is going to be a fantastic night. Thanks for watching the video. Let me know who you think wins the fights, because I can't predict the winners because I'm commentating, and that would just be rude and disrespectful. But you can. Let me know in the comment section. Subscribe and ring the bell. I'll see you soon.